Hey guys, we're recording another episode of the Skyrim Survival Homeowner's Guide. Uh, let's get right into it. Today we're doing Proudspire Manor, the most expensive house in the game.
Pardon me.
Let's see if it lives up to the price. As you can see, this is the outside. Let's do the little tour first. Back door here. Okay, so normally you would enter from right here. This is the front door. As you can see here, there is a shelf.
What do you need, my Thane?
Some treats. There should be a cooking pot right here, but it is glitched out. Upstairs first. Here we have a little dining area up here. Fantastic. Then we have this little bedroom in here. Some weapon racks. Here's the kids' room. Map of Skyrim there. Okay. Now we're going down. There's some weapons here. Okay, let's go ahead and put this right here. We got some armor stands, arcane enchanter, shields. Here we have a little alchemy area. And this room in here is also glitched out. It's supposed to be the housecarl's room, but instead she gets to live in here with all the dirty crates. Okay, before I get started, I just want to go on a little rant. I'm very disappointed in Bethesda for not ever updating this house to work properly. It wouldn't be that hard. It really wouldn't. They could do it so easily. Right? All you have to do is place a cooking pot here. Bethesda is so lazy that they still haven't fixed their game after all this time. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's a fish tank right here. But yeah, shame on you, Bethesda. This originally made me install mods.
What do you need,
And you know what, now I'm just gonna live with it. Because I want achievements, so... this is pretty bad, right? The glitches could have been so much better but the glitches ruin it. Okay. But let's get into the pros and cons here.
Honor to you, my Thane.
Let's sit by our non-cooking fire here. Our non-kitchen. Okay, and let's talk. So the pros. The pros of this are many, and the cons are few, but significant. The pros are that there's alchemy and enchanting table here, okay? There's no cooking station, but there is an alchemy and enchanting table. Another good pro is the fish tank, right? It's one of the only houses that has the mod for the fish tanks. That's really cool to have a fish tank in your house. The armor stands are great. You know, right? Having a couple armor stands, most vanilla houses don't have that many. This one has at least 2. 3 full stories, okay? This is a 3-story house. It's a big house. There's room to go around. If you like this kind of architecture and open floor plan, you want to feel like you're in like a big manor, then this is the house for you. Okay, this is also a quest hub for the Imperial quest line, and the Bard's College. So there's plenty of quests to do here, so it's not like you're not going to want a house while you're here. Another big one is that there's plenty of kids in this town. You may think that's weird, but if you have kids, right, you want to move to a town with a lot of kids so your kids can live with other kids and run around outside and play with them. So it's really cool to have your family move here because it feels like you're moving to a town that has a lot of children that your children can grow up with and get to know as they grow up. Okay, just a nice little roleplay bonus. Another one is that the kid's bedroom in some other houses, you have to sacrifice that bedroom to get another room. That's not the case in this house. You can get every room, and the kid's bedroom just comes extra. Another upside is there's a house Carl, of course. This is the kind of house that has a house Carl. Another one is that this town has a merchant right outside of the merchant district who sells a bunch of seared slaughterfish. Right, there's a bunch of stands, like a bunch of stands, and if you want food in survival mode, this is actually a really good place to go. See, look at my inventory. 23 seared slaughterfish. How do you think I got those? I literally had like 50 before, because you eat through them super fast. Right here, this guy will sell you a bunch of seared slaughterfish.
Plenty of fresh fish. Everything I've got on display, really.
So this is a useful town to be in survival. And it kind of makes up for the downside that I'm about to mention in the downside section.
These are troubled times.
Okay, so let's run back to our house. It's not super far. Okay, so let's talk about the cons really fast. We've already touched on a few of them, but the biggest con is that there is no cooking station here. Right, this is going to be brutal on survival mode, because there's also no cooking station in the inn, which is the only publicly available place that there should be a cooking station. But there's no cooking station in the inn, or the tavern. So it's going to be very hard for you to cook food here. That's a bit made up for by the shops that you can buy food. But if you're in the most expensive house anyway, maybe you're just swimming in money, so just buy some seared slaughterfish and you'll be good to go forever. However, it is kind of disappointing that you can't really cook if you live in solitude. There is a way to cook. It's to go into your neighbor's house, and they'll like you enough that they'll let you in and they'll let you cook. But, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. Another con is, of course, one we've mentioned already. This house Carl's room. I just feel bad having my house Carl sleep in a room like this, you know? And it's just an ugly part of my house. Why should every other part of my house be beautiful except for this one? Okay, and the other downside is, if you've done the Battle of Solitude, the outside of Solitude, like walking around this town, the town becomes more ugly. So that is a big downside to me. Okay, and the last downside is that this is the most expensive house. I think I spent about 50,000 gold on this house. So yeah, it's not cheap. It's an expensive home, but it's a luxurious home, sort of. Is this house worth the money? Part of me thinks that if it wasn't glitched, it would be more worth the money. But I think it's definitely a very cool house, and you can't go wrong with living in solitude. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Peace out.